Howdy there, folks. This is Lapidary Dave. And right now I'm going about cleaning up my studio. I've been working really hard for about a week and a half now. I had Phoenix Harp over cutting lots and lots of turquoise. We probably cut over 100 pieces the last 2 or 3 days. I'm definitely wearing my respirator while I do this because when you're working with lots of dust, all of this sludge and stuff that you see can easily become airborne, especially when it's dry. Silicosis is a very serious illness that can come about from inhaling this horrible dust when you're not wearing proper protection. I'm going to save most of my silicosis stories for a safety video that I will be making. This hood covered in dry dust. I just wanted to show you folks what it can look like when you neglect cleaning your machine, or if you work too hard and you haven't cleaned your machine. All of this stuff is dry. Very, very dangerous. Besides all of the poisonous chemicals that are inside of the stones that you're carving, the dust itself is silicosis causing. There's a gentleman here in Taos, New Mexico that contracted silicosis twice. A very famous lapidary. He contracted it twice. And what they do is they fill up your lungs. They get into your lungs through your back. They get into your back. They get into your lungs. They fill up one lung at a time with some kind of medical solution and then drain it all out. Fill up the next one and drain it all out. Very, very horrible and scary experience. You don't ever want to deal with that. So keep your studio clean. Your machines will thank you. Your lungs will thank you. Ugh, super sludgy. Just from working next to my machine, just for working, this whole desk covered in dust. Very poisonous. If you can smell the stone, you're overexposed. If you could taste the stone, well then obviously you're overexposed. Take a look at this. This is like 2 days of sawing. It all dries out, becomes very dusty. My floor, completely covered in dust. Very, very dangerous. I go about cleaning up the studio maybe once a week because it gets so dirty. Sometimes I get a little bit busy and I just don't. When you're cleaning, make sure to wear a respirator. Always wear a respirator. A paper mask is not enough. I would even suggest wearing some safety glasses when you're cleaning up. And definitely work in a very well ventilated place when you're doing all of this cleaning. Your lapidary studio should be in a well ventilated place. Perhaps not a small garage like my studio is. I'm going to open up all the doors. I'm going to sweep everything out. I'm going to mop up. I'm going to shop vac. I'm going to pressure wash. I'm going to get this place spick and span before I go about cutting again. This machine vibrates, kicks up some of the dust. Yeah. Bad news. Even if you're working with water, it's not really enough, my friends. Oh yeah. Take my word for it. You don't want to get exposed to this nonsense. Take that lapidary here in Taos, New Mexico, who has had silicosis twice, word for it. You don't want to experience it. Unfortunately, there is a big epidemic with silicosis overseas in countries like China and India, where they don't get to be in well-ventilated places and use protective equipment. Do your research, educate yourself on silicosis. Maybe even watch a couple videos of people that have contracted that horrible disease. And in many of those countries, they don't get to get the treatment. like some folks do here in the States. It's very unfortunate. But I love you, so I'm sharing it with you folks. This is Lapidary Dave, reminding you again that I love you. Love you a lot. I want to see you cutting with pride and with health. Until next time, my friends, I will see you soon.